Honoring the Arts, Gene Hackman, Hero and Antihero. My admiration for Gene Hackman, who passed away this week at the age of 95 together with his wife Betsy Arakawa in a sad accident that is still under investigation, must have started around 1973 or so when I watched the Poseidon Adventure on TV one evening. When I was 10 years old, I was drawn to adult-oriented literature and media. By today's standards, the 1972 blockbuster movie is tame because it was classified PG and included very little profanity and no nudity. However, I was aware that kids weren't the target audience for so-called catastrophe movies. Before viewing the movie, I was intrigued by Maureen McGovern's song Morning After, but I had no clue how eerie and poignant it would turn out to be. These kinds of movies are no longer produced, an epic genre movie set on a shipwreck in a storm, packed with suspense and action, and starring an all-star ensemble that includes Hackman, Ernest Borgnine, Shelley Winters, Jack Albertson, and Carol Linley. The S.S. Poseidon was a luxury liner that was set to be decommissioned and was on her final trip from New York to Greece. The opulent Titanic must have learned a few things from this thrilling adventure. There is always a tragic hero in disaster movies, and Hackman's Frank Scott was one among them. He was an unconventional priest who embraced radical new ideas about God, religion, and the church. Hackman was tall and trim with charcoal trousers and a cream-colored turtleneck, a sort of magnified clerical collar, as Reverend Scott. He exuded confidence and even arrogance while reaching out to enthralled passengers at the New Year's Eve celebration before the ship and the evening went terribly wrong. Scott sets the example for the tiny group of survivors who are attempting to decide what to do. If they have any chance of being saved, he continues, they must climb upward to the ship's hull. The ship has now capsized and upside down. Being a man of God, maybe, didn't hurt either. Scott's physical presence, Hackman was 6 feet 2 inches, quite tall for a movie actor, and charm make him their default leader. Naturally, males sometimes compete for control in emergency circumstances, as we frequently witness in disaster movies, particularly those from this era, and Ernest Borgnine's character, Rogo, a tough middle-aged police officer, questions Scott's judgment and authority.